In this review of the Holden Equinox LTZ-V, I'm going to demonstrate the point of all-wheel drive. We are just losing traction the whole way up. Complete strangers are going to make me feel very uncomfortable. Oh, there we go. Look how close he is. He knows he's doing it. And I'm going to show you things you'll never be able to unsee. Sorry. And a stack of other things you should know before buying the Holden Equinox. But first, isn't Holden closing down? Yep, on February 17 this year, General Motors announced it would close Holden. We've got the full story at carsguide.com.au explaining why, but rest assured Holden has promised it will support its customers with service and parts for the next 10 years. And that includes warranties and guarantees, and all the offers will be honoured. If you're concerned, and that's understandable, head to the Holden website for more information, but the good news for you is that you might pick yourself up a bargain on this Equinox, in what will be Holden's closing down sale. Now let's talk about those looks. There's that big cheesy green grille, the wraparound LED headlights, the curves and the creases. Yes, the Equinox is a bit unusual. There are so many different shapes, like here and those and these and this and these and that. In the United States of America, the Equinox wears a Chevy badge, and our ones are made in Mexico. No. And now the dimensions. The Equinox is longer than most of its rivals. At 4.7 metres, the Equinox is 2.44 Chesterfield lounges long and stretches further than a Honda CR-V or a Hyundai Tucson. I want to show you something that you'll never be able to unsee. Okay, for this next scene, viewer discretion is advised because what I'm about to show you could make you feel a little bit queasy. Makes me feel a bit queasy. Anyway, I'm going to get you to concentrate on this pillar here. Don't look at the window, just look at this pillar here, because if you concentrate on this pillar here, this goes from a mid-size SUV into a four-door sedan. And once you see that, you will never be able to unsee it. It makes me feel a bit... sorry. This is the top of the range Equinox, the LTZ-V. And that means you get these roof rails, and those front fog lights, LED headlights, heated wing mirrors, 19-inch alloy wheels, and that silver bit right there. But you get that all on the grade below it, the LTZ. What you don't get on the LTZ is a sunroof, all these ventilated seats up front, nor this heated steering wheel. And only the LTZ-V comes with a 360-degree camera, which means you can see here, and here, and here, and here, and here. Oh, it's a modern feeling cabin. There's that 8-inch screen with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto and SatNav. There are leather seats, they're heated. It has dual zone climate control, a Bose sound system with digital radio and wireless charging. But there are USB ports and 12-volt charging points galore. Look, here and back here. Look, that's a regular power point. And take a look at this. The window seats in the back are heated. But what's different is that if you press that button, it heats all the seat. But you press that one, and it just heats the backrest. Spacious and well appointed. No, I'm not talking about me, I'm talking about the cabin of the LTZ-V. I love the stitching on the dashboard. I like how wherever your elbow touches, there's a cushiony pad waiting to meet it. Although when you get in the back here, there are some hard plastics like on here and on the door sills there, but still, these back seats are they're lounge chair comfortable. And look at the leg room. I'm 191 centimetres tall, which is almost 2 metres. Very tall. And look how much leg room I've got here. That's amazing. And headroom, even with this sunroof, is good too. Cabin storage, also good. Cup holders there. A giant space in the centre console bin there. And then there's the boot. Let me show you the boot. Now the LTZ-V comes with a kick open tailgate which works most of the time anyway. Cargo capacity is 846 litres. What does that mean? No one knows, but put 2 suitcases in it and it makes a whole lot of sense. There's heaps of room there. I like that power tailgate. Now, the LTZ-V is the only grade to come with all-wheel drive. And this is where I demonstrate to you the point of all-wheel drive. Let's go for a drive. Now, it's a rainy day today, so these are perfect conditions to demonstrate exactly how all-wheel drive works and why I reckon it's a good thing to have. Now, this street that we're on here is just around the corner from my house, and it's one of my test streets. Every single front-wheel drive car on a wet day has trouble trying to get up this street. It gets so slippery and it is so steep that it doesn't matter what brand it is, Mazdas, Toyotas, Holdens, you name it, even BMWs and Benzes, if they're front-wheel drive, they really struggle to get up here, they lose traction. Now, the Equinox LTZ-V comes with a button just down there. Now you can press all-wheel drive and that turns all-wheel drive on and off. Now I'm going to show you the difference between front-wheel drive and all-wheel drive and why you should think about getting the all-wheel drive. Now we are in front-wheel drive right now, and here we go. I'm just going to apply a little bit of acceleration. It's not excessive acceleration, and this is what happens. We are just losing traction the whole way up. Right, so what I'm going to do now is exactly the same thing, but in all-wheel drive, and you'll see the difference. It's quite stark. Here we go. We're going to pop that into all-wheel drive now. Same acceleration, okay, all-wheel drive on, it's telling me on the screen, and here we go, same acceleration, no problems at all the way up, no traction lost. That is the difference between all-wheel drive and front-wheel drive. It's not a four-wheel drive thing, it's not for off-roading, it's just for extra traction like that, and as you can easily see, it's a safety thing as well. And then there is the turning circle. I think the Equinox has got one of the worst turning circles for a mid-size SUV. I do a lot of my testing in this street here. Most SUVs can get through here, most mid-size anyway, and we're gonna make it, No, we're not gonna make it, we're gonna run into that pole. So that is, we're gonna have to turn around. So that's my little test. Most mid-size SUVs get around here in one go, not the Equinox. It's got a turning circle of more than 12 meters. And we're still not gonna make it. Okay, here we go. It's taken 3 goes just to get around this fairly normal sized cul-de-sac. Most mid-size SUVs get around that in one go, not the Equinox. Its turning circle is enormous. Now let's talk about fuel consumption, because this is an area of a bit of controversy. We've had Equinoxes in the past and they have been pretty thirsty beasts, and this one appears to be no different. Now, right this second, the trip computer is saying it is using 19.4 litres per 100. Now that's only after doing the filming today in suburban streets. But what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take this out to the country, I'm gonna take it on the motorway and see what the mileage is then, and you will be able to see what it is right now on your screen. And that number is a number we've come up by measuring it actually at the petrol pump. I do have good news for you though. That engine, it's a 2-litre turbo petrol 4-cylinder, and it's magnificent, really. 188 kilowatts, which is more than enough grunt. Back in the mid-1990s, there were HSV Club Sports with 185 kilowatts of power. This is a 4-cylinder, and it's making more power than those beasts back from the 90s. Great engine. Now, even though the turning circle isn't great, the steering is pretty good. It feels natural, it's accurate, and the ride itself, although occasionally potholes can unsettle it, for the most part, it's pretty good, it's pretty comfortable. More good news is from the safety perspective. The LTZ-V has everything. In fact, Equinoxes are really well kitted out in terms of advanced safety anyway. But coming standard on this car is rear cross traffic alert, which is magnificent. There's blind spot warning, there's lane keeping assistance, there's AEB with pedestrian detection, you name it, it's got it. Adaptive cruise control. And that brings me to the price. It's about $46,000, a little bit more than that. That's before on-road costs. And the value is excellent. I mean, along with all that safety stuff, there's Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, heated seats, ventilated seats. It's got pretty much everything you need for under 50 grand. I think it's a tremendous value. Now I need to tell you about these seats because they buzz you, they vibrate. How it works is they're connected to the parking sensors. So you can either have your parking sensors go beep, or you can turn the beeps off and it can go buzz instead, and it buzzes your bum. And I'm not sure how I feel about it. The other issue that you have with it is if people are walking too close to the car, they'll set it off too. So if you're at a pedestrian crossing and people come too close, they buzz you too. And it's just a bit disconcerting. And we're coming up to the crossing I go past every single day, and if you're the first car, like we're gonna be in just a moment, everyone that walks across in front of you buzzes you. And yeah, so let's see. Okay, here we go. That just did it, and that's doing it. Oh, there we go. Look how close he is. He knows he's doing it. And there you go. So, complete strangers making me feel very uncomfortable. Another thing you should know about this car. Why can't they just be normal seats? Now that is the review of the Holden Equinox LTZ-V. If you think I've missed something, and I doubt it, you can go to carsguide.com.au and you can read my full review there. Oh, and give us a like and subscribe.